Hey everybody, this is Troy, the Healthy Futures AmeriCorps at Phoenix Charter School. Today we'll be going over a garden project everyone can do at home that is often called the Mason jar herb garden. These are simple and convenient ways to grow herbs anywhere they can just get some sunlight, including your own kitchen window. How convenient is that? In just a moment, we will go over all the things that you will need and the few easy steps that will get your Mason jar herb going. Alrighty, let's go. Well, first things first, we need to go over the different things that we'll need for our project. So we have some regular mason jars. If you don't have those, these are actually just pickle jars that I just scrubbed and cleaned. The bigger the jar, the better, but whatever you got is just fine. Then we'll need a few rocks. You can use glass beads as well, or even marbles, but just make sure that they're clean, and these will help. We'll put them at the bottom, and they'll help with the draining process. Then we have potting soil, anything that you have that still has a whole bunch of nutrients and stuff in there, because we are going to be starting from seeds, and so we'll need some nice healthy soil. Then we have the seeds that we have picked out. We have some basil, some dill, and some cilantro. If you need any help with planting, just remember that oftentimes the instructions are just right on the back. And then we just have some popsicle sticks and cardboard and some scissors. We're just going to make some cute little signs that will remind us which is which. All right, now let's get on to the whole process. So the first step in our process will to be to take our jars and our rocks, and we will fill the bottom of our jars for about an inch or an inch and a half with these rocks. The reason for that is because the excess water can cause the delicate roots of most herbs to rot, and since the solid glass bottoms of the jars do not provide any openings for runoff, a couple of inches of small stones will allow the water to settle outside the reach of roots, making sure they can absorb just the right amount. Now you can use gravel, rocks, cork shavings, or even glass marbles can be used as the first layer of the jar planters. Now let's move on to the next step. So after filling all of our jars up with rocks, we will then begin to start filling them up with some potting soil. Now you want to make sure that you use something that is still nutrient rich, because the seeds will definitely need it. And so we will start scooping them into the opening of the jars and stopping when we're getting about, 3/4 of the way full. This will give you a little extra space to work with when it comes into planting the herb seeds, and will give them plenty of room to stretch out as they grow. Now it's important to remember to try not to pack the soil too light. It needs to be somewhat loose in order for water and nutrients to penetrate down to the roots with ease. Um, Use a thin dowel or the tines of a fork to aerate the soil periodically, to make sure that it gets all the nutrients and stuff that it needs. And we'll just move on to the planting the seeds. So the next step in our process will be to plant our seeds. So first you just want to take a small pinch of seeds, like so, and you want to plant them near the center of the jar so that the growth won't be checked by the sides of the jar. Only scatter a small pinch in each container. If you plan on growing large amounts of any one plant, you'll be better off just using multiple jars. And we're just going to continue this process for the rest of them. And then after you are done, you will make sure to spread about half an inch of soil just right on top. And there you are. So this next step in our process is completely optional, but it makes your jars look nice and fun. So basically all we're doing is taking some recycled cardboard, cutting them into little squares, making little slits in them, and then we'll just label our jars for whatever we're going. So for this one we'll do basil. Just write the name on there. Take a popsicle stick, stick it right through like that, and we'll just put it in the jar. There we are. And that's all there is to it. Now, how easy was that? Now make sure you water your plants when they need it and try to find a place where they can get 5 to 6 hours worth of sunlight each day. And feel free to move them around. They're portable. Now if you have a hard time remembering watering your plants, don't worry, as these will most likely be in constant view. And I'll add a few more tips and tricks on caring for your herbs at the end of this video. I just want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.